It's going right into a bucket down here. Okay, all right. Now, John, do you have a bestseller? Is there something that is your biggest product?
The best seller for us right now has been what we call our fresh sausage seasoning.
Okay.
For some reason, to this day, it's still the #1 seller. We do it at the Henry County Fair if you get a sausage sandwich. Right. Fulton County Fair, they do a whole hog fresh sausage seasoning. And for some reason, that still becomes the #1 popular seasoning. Okay. There's other seasonings that we do, bratwurst, kielbasa, sweet Italian, but the fresh consistently is the #1 seller.
Old family secret recipe, or?
Yeah, okay. It was blended a long time ago.
I won't ask because you can't tell me. I won't ask.
No, we don't even tell our dog. Not only do you have to use your math, you get to go to the gym.
Get a good workout today.
60 pounds around here.
All right.
Throw this in the patty machine here. Dump her on in there.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oop. So I imagine there aren't really many new techniques that go along with this, newfangled things that people come up with. The older stuff's the better. The old-fashioned stuff's the best, I imagine.
It still is. A lot of it has to do with temperature. You want to make sure you keep your meat nice and cold so it doesn't get smeary and greasy. Right. But yeah, the old-time German butcher will tell by texture. You can tell if the meat's getting too warm or too cold just by feel and if it gets too sticky. So yeah, tool-wise, there's not a lot of complication to the tool, but it's just more on feel and skill.
And you guys are lucky, looking at the guys here, you're lucky to have all this experience behind you too.
That's correct. Jerry, who you were working with earlier on the pork chops, he started in the old Kroger's and A&P stores and worked his way into Chiefs. Right. So he's been around for a long time. Kevin's been around for a long time. And David started with us. David was a homeschool and did his homeschooling and then started right into cutting and has worked his way right through.
Gotcha. That is heavy.
Breakfast links.
Breakfast links, okay.
Breakfast links. So it's kind of tricky.
Okay.
But once you get the hang of it, we can slow that speed down for you until you get the hang of it.
I might need it slowed down.
You hold this.
Okay.
So that'll swivel open.
Gotcha.
And then you just want to rest your fingers there as it comes out so that you kind of
give it some support.
Right. If not, it'll just break the casing.
All right.
So why don't we turn the pressure down?
Okay, that's a good idea. Turn the pressure down. There you go. Right. Okay, now I just squeeze this in here, or
and right here.
Whoop.
Back in the day, back when your grandfather did it, they would do it all by hand.
And twist it around and everything like that.
Twist it around. We're kind of cheating a little bit and just trying to speed the process up and let the machine do the twisting for us. Hey, you're catching on there.
Slow learner, but eventually I can get there. Is that all right how it's piling up there?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
I'll even help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Pull them away. Looking great.
It's going well so far. No wood here to knock on, all stainless steel. John, I'm picturing that old Lucy show thing here. I saw you guys setting this up and getting out of control and having to eat things. I don't want that to happen, so I'm putting myself in you guys' hands here.
All right, I was going to say, this might not eat as well as those chocolates
no,
that Lucy
No,
was
I don't imagine. I'm a little worried about that.
Okay.
So what are we doing here? We're making patties now.
We're going to make some patties.
Okay.
And it's ready to go.
Okay.
Back in the day, you used to have to hand press all your hamburger patty, and then you'd put them together and stack them however you want. Nowadays, we're hand making them with the machines doing it for us, and we'll even adjust the thickness. It'll adjust even how many count-wise. If we want 4 to a stack or we want 5 to a stack, it'll do that for us so I don't have to sit there and count.
That's great. Okay.
All right, if you're ready.
Okay.
Turn this on, and it'll just start counting. It should count 4 for you.
All right.
What you'll do is once you get 4, and you just kind of line them up on that tray.
Line them up on the tray here.
On the tray.
Okay. All right.
Here we go. And if you want, you can wait a little bit until it gets out of here a little bit. Tell you what, he's taking them up pretty fast. I don't think he wants to eat any.
I'm worried about it, John. I told you. Do you have set contracts then with various restaurants and things like that? We talked about that earlier for sausage, do you then?
Yeah, we do a couple. We don't do too much with the sausage, but we do more with the hamburgers. When we're working on beef, we do make some beef patties for certain customers. There's a few that do sausage, but not as much as the hamburgers.
Right.
And hamburgers would run the same way, except the beef would be coming out instead of pork.
Sure. Makes sense.
Now we're in the final stage. You made all the sausage, you made the patties. Now we're going to do some wrapping before it's ready to go out to the customer.
Got to be wrapped pretty, right?
Yep.
I'll warn you again on this. My wife does all the Christmas present wrapping because mine looks like some chamber director did it.
Well, maybe I should show her that you can wrap.
Maybe.
Next year you're going to have to wrap the presents.
I'm trying to get out of that, John. If she's watching right now, don't pay any attention, honey.
As you're watching there, we use a double wrap. We have the plastic wrap and the white butcher wrap just as an extra barrier.
Right.
To keep the moisture out and keeps the meat nice and sealed. And the next one will let you give it a try.
Looks like you've been doing this for a while.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and I just fold this up over the top here.
Yep.
So it's tight.
Yep.
Get this back over here.
Yep.
Okay.
It's looking good.
And then just fold this over.
Yep.
All right. And like that. And then
What I do is you flip this over.
flip it over so it stays down.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you do I do the narrow way.
Okay.
I mean, everybody
Makes sense. Okay, and then go over to here, and then
Yep, there you
up
go.
to
You
the
bring
middle.
the two together, and you're
Okay.
going to make a fold or a crease.
What?
which way would you like me to do it there?
I
Or
go
which way's
that
better?
way.
That way, okay. But like you said, everybody's got a different technique,
Yep,
right?
and then you just bring it down.
Bring
and
it down there, hold it.
then flip it over,
Okay.
and then you do your ends.
Okay. Do I fold these in
Yep.
like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of at a 45.
Like that.
There
Yep.
you go.
And
bring
then
it-
up to the middle here.
Yep. And
Okay.
then grab your tape.
Over the end like that.
As you see on the tape, we are under Ohio Department of Ag meat inspection, so every piece of meat that we produce has to have that Ohio legend on there. So that's part of the reason of the sealing tape, besides sealing the package.
Makes sense. Have there been more regulations recently with, handling food with, food safety and homeland security and all that? You tend to hear those kind of
Yeah,
things.
there's more. You got to come up with more security plans on how you're going to regulate your buildings and prevent from tampering of food. The other thing with the Listeria, E. coli, they're trying to get down to 0% tolerance is you're going to hear. So the increase in testing procedures and increase of ways to reduce the potential of having that. So those type of things are what has been increasing the most.
All for the safety of the consumer.
All for the safety of the consumer.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You've been fortunate today. The meat inspection is usually here every day, and we haven't seen it yet today. But,
I would probably pass. I hope. Fingers crossed. All 10 of them right there.
and you've done very well. There you've seen it from the start to the finish.
Start to finish here, and the process works smoothly. I'm watching experienced people do it, but it works so smoothly, so well thought out. You guys, you do it every day, but it seems second nature almost.
Yeah, they do a very nice job. We've been very blessed with the workers that we have, and they take pride in it, and they just make it happen. They make it happen way better than I could ever do.
You're just the supervisor, right?
That's right.
Whatever you need, whatever kind of service you need, Brookview Farm can take care of it here. John, thanks for taking us through, walking us through. It was a lot of fun. I had fun doing it.
Thank you. I bought you a big box of Band-Aids, and I didn't even need
And we didn't even
today.
need one of them. Stop out at Brookview, find out what they've got for you. They've got everything you could possibly desire and meet the meat specialists out here at Brookview. Again, Joel on the job, here for all around Henry County at Brookview Farms.